You're tuned to WUNH Durham 91.3 FM. We just had a live performance by Floodwatch in studio. Great to have you guys here.
Thanks for having us.
Of course, anytime. So, now, those songs you last played, were they off of your first album that came out in 2008, or were they new songs you're working on, or what?
It was a combination. One or two were from the 2008 record, which is just called Floodwatch. But the majority of them were new songs. We're in the middle of working on a record we're hoping to have out come winter time if things progress the way they seem to be.
Excellent. Now, I noticed that on the first album you had a drummer and now you do not. Was that a conscious decision, or you going no solo, no drummer? Or?
Well, it was a culmination of things. The biggest one was simply that the drummer had other interests. I don't want to do the classic artistic differences because I really don't think there were. He just had other things come along in his life, and he thought it was time to make a change. He had been working with the two of us for a couple of years, just in Floodwatch. We had been in another band together for several years called Turtlebone. And he and David worked on and off together for like 15 years. So it was just time for change. I don't even think he's playing drums right now. He's playing guitar. And rather, Dave and I... Yeah, and Shakers. Dave and I write together. And it's a very fluid relationship, idea-wise. And to add another musician into the mix, it would have killed that. So we finally just decided, well, we don't really need a drummer. So some shows we do just like the radio performance, kind of broken down. Mm-hmm. Other shows we roll in some synths and sequence stuff, which you just play the advanced cut of Singing Breath, and it has the thumping kick drum and so forth. So
yeah, I thought it sounded quite good without a drummer. Do you guys, so talking about performances, have you been performing often, or are you have any shows coming up in the area? Or
we had been performing, not often, 4 or 5 times a year, which isn't a lot for a local band. David and I have been, I've been a musician for 26 years, I think. And when you're young, don't get me wrong, we love to perform. Mm-hmm. Dave went to see Alison Krauss the other night. He was just like, we got to play out. But we've done the whole gig thing, and we're sort of in sort of a Beatles Sgt. Pepper White album phase right now, where it's like we're working on the record. If a gig comes up, we'll definitely take it. Mm-hmm. We love to play out.
Plus, we get an opportunity to kind of invent the sound, the new sound we're working with in the studio first. So we definitely haven't ruled out the possibility of bringing in a drummer on occasion, but we're playing around with the music in the studio and just trying to figure out how it's going to work out live.
Yeah.
And we've actually, this has all been a little bit of an experiment of fusing some light industrial with American folk and blues. So that's...
Got to do a little experimenting to make that kind of magic. So, if somebody enjoyed your music so much they would like to have it, what would they go about doing?
Well, I don't know if Bull Moose still has any of the first record, but our website is www.floodwatchnh.com, and there's a contact there. We've mailed people discs. Cool. We've the first record isn't on iTunes or anything. The next record will be available for digital distribution. Because it's just the way things are going, for better or worse. I'm not a big MP3 fan myself, but that's what the young kids are into. So, but if somebody contacts us and is looking for music, we can either send them something or email them something. So,
cool, very cool.
If they want to catch us live, while we're in the middle of recording, we don't want to be distracted with putting together a live show, but we're going to be doing some open mics here and there. I know the Stone Church is still doing one. Mm-hmm. Sunday nights, I think. Yep. There's a couple places in the Dover area.
Cool.
And like I said, if a gig comes up, and after the drummer left, we started revamping the music. I got a drum machine, sampling drum machine. It's actually a rapper drum machine. And we did, we got a call for a gig. We did it in like a week. We'll throw the set together. We're not afraid to. A couple of the songs that I played piano on today, I've never played piano on except to rehearse for this. They're usually electric bass for me. So
yeah, well, it all came together. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Any final words for your WUNH listeners?
Thanks for listening. Keep an eye on the website. You can join our email list and our street team through Reverb Nation. And we're on Facebook as well, just Floodwatch. One of the only problems with our name is if you put in Floodwatch in a search engine, you get flood watching. But if you look us up on Facebook, you'll find us. Or if you go to floodwatchnh.com,
cool,
you'll get us.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for coming in. We're going to leave with one final track that you have recorded here, World Ablaze.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, anytime.
See this world